Tobago truckers are disappointed. Prime Minister Dr. Keith Rowley did not take time to speak with them and hear their concerns when he opted to take a ferry trip to Tobago on Sunday.
We were there last night. He drove off. He didn't speak to any reporters or anybody, and he left. We don't know if he went back to Trinidad or where he went. We had some placards up and so, but he didn't stop to talk to anybody. They just drove out, and if he made the trip on the ferry, he could at least up and talk to somebody. Well, it was also chewing a little bit, so I don't know. But it's not that I'm making an excuse for him, but I really find he could at least up and talk.
The association's president said there are many questions relating to measures taken to deal with problems on the sewerage that still need to be answered. Soon the government will be bringing to the Parliament legislation where persons will have to explain their wealth, referring to the Al Capone approach where the American gangster was found guilty of tax evasion and not the numerous crimes he committed. Attorney General Faris Al-Rawi says the government will seek to tackle fraud with the aim of catching the criminals.
That means the unemployed person with 25 gold chain, 2 BMW, 55 cars, Facebook images, 28 years old, living in the lap of luxury, who can't account for an hour's work during the day, gets a knock on the door from the relative, from the authorities and says, "Dear sir, I noticed that you have a large mansion in this place here. Could you please provide the evidence as to how you acquired it? Don't give it to me, give it to a court, please. Let the judge have a look at this."
The CARICOM-EU Economic Partnership Agreement has been deemed a success by the parties involved. The agreement, which was signed in October of 2008, has been provisionally applied since December 29th of that year and was recently concluded. Minister of Trade Paula Gopi-Skoon affirmed the government's commitment to maximize the benefits and opportunities under the EPA. She said through the $25 million US IDB loan granted under the EPA, government will work to build key areas such as customs and trade facilitation, procurement and competition. And while this project has come to a close, the European Union says it will continue to support the region.
Increased substantially its financial envelope for the Caribbean Regional Programme. And for the period 2014 to 2020, 346 million euros have been set aside for cooperation with the region.
The Water and Sewerage Authority, WASA, says there will be a disruption in the flow of traffic along Bellow Road and Regent Street, Belmont from 8 o'clock tonight to 4 o'clock tomorrow morning. WASA says this has become necessary in order to facilitate permanent road restoration works in the area. Motorists are being advised to proceed with caution and to obey the instructions of the police officers on duty. To sport now, Chelsea winger Eden Hazard will have surgery after breaking his right ankle on Sunday while on international duty with Belgium. It is understood the 26-year-old is now back in Chelsea's care. Hazard will miss Belgium's friendly on Monday against the Czech Republic and their World Cup qualifier against Estonia on the 9th of June. The extent of Hazard's injury has not been revealed, but it has been reported he will miss the start of next season. The Belgian Football Association had confirmed on Twitter that the playmaker twisted his ankle and subsequent scans revealed a fracture. Now for the weather with Ian Wallace.
Generally cloudy, damp and breezy conditions are set to end of the day. The moisture is still flowing from Guyana into Trinidad and Tobago, however. Today's thunderclouds should subside as the day cools, leaving a smattering of rain clouds to still likely run, especially along the hillsides after dark. It's been a pleasant 31 degrees Celsius today. Expect a cool night of 24 degrees Celsius in Trinidad, slightly warmer in Tobago at 26 degrees Celsius. A passing tropical wave may bring further showery outbreaks early on Tuesday, though Saharan dust and some thick haze will follow into Wednesday. For mariners heading out, look for fresh easterly winds up to 20 knots through Tuesday, with choppy seas of 2 to 2.5 meters through the Caribbean and the Atlantic, and short easterly swells of 9 seconds, with your high tide at 2 a.m. and your low tide at 8:30 a.m. Tuesday. That's the latest weather, and I'm meteorologist Ian Wallace.
That was your C News Update. I am Karen Kozia Phillips.